So here it is, and you'll notice my voice changes a few different times, and just don't worry about catching all the words, because you can never catch all the words when someone reads a poem. It's very personal. You will catch what you need to catch. Mostly, just stay open to whatever it is that is for you to catch. I am never going to be what you think I am. I am always going to be what you think you are. Discard it. Discard, discard, disart, disheart, disheart, discard, discard it, discard it, discard it, discard it, discard it, discard, 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 rejection. Discard rejection? No. No. Reject yourself before anybody else can. Throw it away. Become unseen. Because you love like thunder and act like a tantrum and sing to the fall. Because sadness slips through your holy pockets where you keep dirt and rocks and change. Feed the masses with your riddles that run like mud inside the rain, where you light fire despite the wetness of the sky. You are a target, butterfly. Pull your wings out of your breast and drop your arrow down. You are not worth this here. How dare you be this wild? Become invisible. You are a rose beside a thorn, an earthquake unborn. You are dangerous, and you are dying. She wasn't alone, even though she thought she was alone. She could still see the sky from her vantage point, but she couldn't breathe. Her body flatlined across the pile of mess, frozen and wilted. The most beautiful, ugly piece of leftover the yard had ever seen. Queen of the misfits. But she didn't know it yet. She didn't know in the land of the lost one could be exalted. Still just trying to decide if she was alive or dead. Her head too heavy. Her head took a heavy hit, and her heart was broken. So evidence suggested an expiration date. Just then, when destiny appeared morbid, she managed a single shallow swallow of sky. Does what we discard die? By virtue of not being wanted? She found her limbs, eventually, and they were still attached, so she moved them. Walked her achy bones past what she could see, but never farther than where she was. Taking refuge in the dump, she commiserated with the rotten mail, the rusty screw, the abandoned sail. Her breaks turned to bruises, her fat into phlegm. She was not quite alone, but not one of them. What they did have in common was being tossed to the side. What they gained was perspective. What they lost was their pride. It took a long while to find herself strong. She had to let go of where once she belonged. She had to be willing to love her form new. Every single day, braver she grew. She wasn't alone, even though she thought she was alone. From my vantage point, I could still see the sky. And in the clouds in the sky, she saw herself reflected. Not too much tangled, not so distraught. Bones all healed up, bruises not a lot. Her heart was unbreaking. Her head hurt less. My face was awaking, despite all distress. The clouds were not offended. They showered her beautiful and almost nearly mended, and even though her legs were still sore, she picked herself up off the junkyard floor and began her walk away. Through briars and thistles and dust and heat, she leaped fences and dodged every truck in the street. They all tried to prove she was wrong, still too weak, and the road too long. But she'd had enough of being unseen. The misfits had crowned her with pebbles and green, adorned with the life she grew. The voices which taunted were coming up new. Change this ugly. You think your words are ugly. You think your face is ugly. You think your life is ugly. Your house is ugly. You think your ugly is ugly. Your rejection is ugly. What you discard is ugly. Unworthy of this stage? Look again. Unlace your sorrow from the rubble that keeps you small. You are not lost here. If the darkness comes to greet you, yes, you set the field on fire. Take your tears back from the beast and make them butterfly. Make them lightning sky, set them free. You have always been as beautiful as you came here to be. Break up with silence. Build yourself a blessing. The Alchemist's invocation is this. You are as close to marigolds as you are to heaven.